Hello there guys and gals, the Welsh here back with yet another cheeky little 100% title update DLC for Forza Horizon 5. Now this one is the, let me just see if I don't mess this up totally, Dia De Muertos? Did I say that good? Anyway, yes, it is the Dia De Muertos update for Forza Horizon 5, yes, and this is kind of an easy one. So effectively what we got to do is get a couple of miscellaneous achievements here for taking a photo of our character outside a car, using any guidelines 3 times, upgrading 5 cars at the Horizon test track, took a photo at every time setting, driving 50 miles at the Horizon test track, maintaining a speed of 200 miles per hour, which should be easy enough. And then we've got 3 different stories to complete this time. Again, all needed 3 stars. It's the Donut Media High story, the Donut Media Low story, and the Icons of Speed story. So it's, again, genuinely easy enough. There may just be a couple of, maybe a few, just a few little ones that may take more than 1 or 2 attempts. But hopefully, with me and my little tips and hints, we can get this done relatively smoothly and relatively quickly. So then, the first thing that we're going to do, again, this should only take you around 2 to 3 hours to complete anyway, as long as you're just smashing straight through it. So, first thing we're going to do we're going to press up on the D-pad, we're going to get the photograph achievements out of the way. So, we're going to go to time of day, so if you scroll down now to time of day, and you can then press A to put it to dawn. What we're also going to do now is go all the way down. So effectively what we're doing there with time of day is going from each one, dawn, afternoon, all that. Go all the way to the bottom there, you can see guidelines. So it can literally be whichever one you want, doesn't matter, as long as it is a guideline of some sort. And then what you're going to do, you're going to press the left bumper just to get off the effect menu, and then you're going to press the A button. Or, for some reason, pressing the RB button, if you press the A button, it seems to go a little bit slower. But if you press the RB button, it doesn't go as slow. So, yeah, there we go. So, from now, because you've got a photo of your character outside the car, you should get the Get My Good Side achievement. And if you just take 3 photos here with any guideline, can be the same one, you're also going to get the Just Right achievement. So, when you have those 2 achievements, what you need to do is go to time of day and then just go through all that. So, all the way through. So, sunrise to afternoon, to dusk, to absolutely everything. And as soon as you hit the last one in night, you will get the timeless achievement. So there we go. So that's 3 achievements in just a couple of minutes already. See, that's cool. Right, next thing we're going to do, we're going to apply and purchase and upgrade to 5 cars. Now, this is by the main part of the Horizon Festival, where the Horizon test track is. So if you're not there yet, get your buns over there, Huns. I'm just going to do a little reversing because I'm super cool at reversing. No, so we need to apply and purchase an upgrade to 5 different cars. It can't be the same. It can't just be 5 upgrades on 1 car. It's 5 different upgrades on 5 different, different upgrades on 5 different cars. That's what I'm trying to say. So you go into the Horizon test track, we start, and then immediately we'll be able to press the X button to, well, upgrade a car. Yeah, there we go. So it can literally just be anyone. So it doesn't matter. You can upgrade whatever you want, wherever you want. Again, as long as you've got to pay the credits for it and it upgrades your car in some way, it can be literally whichever one you want. So then when you have put an upgrade on the car, press the B button to back out, press the start button, and then quit event. So when you quit event, you will still be able to install the setup and quit. As long as you've got the credits, you should then be able to smash that one out, and that is job done. So that will be, that'll be number 1 out of 5. So for the first 4 cars then, what you're going to do, you're going to do any particular random car, and then for the 5th car, you're going to choose one of your fastest cars, for instance. So for me, it's going to be a Koenigsegg, and then effectively what we're going to do is chuck a couple more upgrades on it because of obviously we need to maintain a speed of 200 miles an hour for 10 seconds at the test track, and we need to drive 50 miles. So you want a very fast car. So for the first 4 cars, just put 1 upgrade on any particular car that you want. or one upgrade on 4 different particular cars that you want. Here we go. So again, it'll be the same Tingo Scrat. Tingo Scrat. So there we go. Just press the X button once again to upgrade the car. And again, it can be literally anything, aero, drivetrain, and whatever it is, just as long as it upgrades your car, like I said, in some way, and you're having to pay credits for it. That's when you know it should be good. So you can just press the B button to back out, then go to quit event, install setup, and quit. So obviously you'll have to do this another 3 times. I'm just going to edit out the last 2. And for the last one, again, for the last car you're going to do, make sure that it is one that you're comfortable with and one of your fastest ones as well. And the only reason I say that is so you can just get the 50 miles achievement done quicker than a sticker giving you the bean flicker in the old shitter fritter or something or other. So, like I said, this is going to be my 5th time. And we are going to go for I was going to go for a cheeky Lamborghini, but I went for the Koenigsegg instead, because that is nice and fast. By the way, the first couple of achievements you didn't see me unlock on screen, because I'd already unlocked them, which is nice. So, what I did for this one then, I wasn't too specific, too particular with the upgrades. I literally just upgraded everything just to make it a little bit fast. So I literally just put 1 upgrade on everything, apart from the tyres, I think. So I just done, so just with the engine, I just literally popped everything in for the ignition, for the intakes, the valves. Again, you don't actually have to do this if you don't want to, or if you don't have the credits. But it's always worth, if you can, it's always worth doing just to, again, just get through it a little bit quicker as well. So, again, pop through whatever upgrades is that you're wanting. Righty, so once you are done and you feel like you're all good, again, remember we are on the test track, so what we're going to do, just from where we started, we're just going to head south, so we're going to head down until we get onto the big slip of motorway here. This is going to be the ultimate for getting through this a lot quicker. So, effectively, what you're going to do is just keep going straight, obviously all the way until you hit the roundabout. So there's 2 roundabouts either side of this big long stretch of motorway. So obviously just smash it around the roundabout and come all the way back down. Again, you should easily hit over 200 miles per hour. And because there's no traffic, you should easily get this for over 10 seconds as well. There we go, so they'll be maxing out. Hooray! And the beautifulness of a rareness of the achievement is beautiful. So, yep, you can just crack on. What you can also do as well, if you're wondering how many miles that you've got left or how many miles you've done, press start, go over to accolades, and we need to, if you press left on the D-pad twice, you will go to creative. Creative, yes, I thought it was creativity, but no, it's creative, that's what you're trying to go for. And then you need to go to test track, so left bump it once, and then from the second to bottom row, you can see right there, description, leaving tracks. So we're going to pin that by pressing the A button, back out then a couple of times, and as you can see, it'll tell you just how long that, how many miles you've done and how many you've got left. So it's literally, now I done this in about 6 or 7 times going up and down the motorway. So it's gonna happen. Oh my god, there it is! Eventually. And then of course you can do the mega spin of life. Look at that. Look at that for a finish. Not a mark on the car. That is just, it's just the kind of driver I am. spinny, crashy, and yeah. So, once that one is done, well, it's time to crack on now with the stories. So again, you'll be sort of at the majority of the achievements within about half an hour or so. So yeah, time to now crack on. So with the Donut Media HiLow story, effectively what it is, you do this first mission, which counts for both, and it's just on the right-hand side of the map. There we go, so that is where the Donut High and Low is. Quite close to the Riviera Maya. Yeah, so effectively, like I said, you do this first mission, and as long as we get the 3 stars, obviously, and then what they do then is split up. So you have to do 6 missions each for Donut High and Donut Low. And unfortunately, this has nothing to do with donuts, which is just a pain in the old, donut hole, really. Because, man, don't be tossing a donut in my face and then telling me it's clothing. God damn it. Anyway. Now, again, the majority of 3 stars for both this and the Speed of Icon story are genuinely easy enough, but there may only be a couple that may require a little bit of extra time on it, or maybe just a few more attempts. But again, hopefully with these few tips and tricks and hints, we can get through them first time. The majority, anyway. Excuse me right there. Right, so obviously, for a lot of these then, what we're going to do is not specifically go on the racing line all the way through, and this is another one for them. So there's going to be a couple of times you're going to take a shortcut here. So for now, just follow the road ahead. And we're not going to go left here, just go straight on through the grass. There we go, so we'll go straight on. We're going to smash through the river here. Again, obviously you will have to be careful, but remember, you've got the Y button to rewind. That'll be your best friend. So again, try and be as careful as you can there. Sometimes it's very easy, obviously, to smash into a house. But it's okay to sort of go slow there if you want, as long as it takes off a good chunk of the time, which it obviously inevitably did. So again, just follow the road. Now, you just want to be careful here with the next turn coming up. Brake now. So I braked way too late, and as you'll be able to see, that'll get me going way wide, and that'll lose me quite a considerable amount of time. So that's why I'm having to rewind here. Again, the rewind button is obviously always your best friend. They say dog is man's best friend. It's not. It's the rewind button. So make sure that, you know, genuinely, if you're going really slow into a corner, sometimes it means that you're just going faster rather than smashing off into the tree and everything. So we're going straight over to the grass again rather than taking the long way round. And we will, again, we should make it with a good, easy few seconds to spare. Continue on straight, ignoring the road. And, of course, trying to dodge any trees like that. So, the one thing I don't get, though, is some trees you can smash into no problem, and then skinnier trees you can't. I don't know why, but it's how it goes. So, there we go. Just going straight rather than following the road ahead. That'll give us a easy time, at least 10 seconds. Of beating that time. So that's the 3 stars first one done. We'll also get the on the road girl, Roger's girl, ready to get on her road again achievement as well. So from now it's completely up to you, whichever one you want to do. You can either go to Donut High or Donut Low. We're just going to choose Donut High. So it's effectively from where we start here. Just go to the right and we will crack on with the second one.
Welcome to Hiteam. We have a lot of money and seafood towers. Okay, we don't have seafood towers right now, but we do have Zach. Is you ready for this one? Jason's on the other side. Road trip!
So, me darlings, are we ready to go off-roading again? Of course we are. So, well, let's just do it. Right, we'll follow the road just here, and then instead of taking the right, to go right around, we're effectively now just going to go straight through the trees. Yeah, so we're going to do more off-roading than we are on-roading this time. Again, obviously try and just watch out for the trees. Because what I effectively do with these ones, I'll sort of follow the road until I see the finish line in the distance, you know, 4 kilometers or whatever Oh, the cheeky little crash there, but that's fine. And then I pretty much just gunned straight for that rather than following the road. So there we go. That's why we're just going to make a straight line for it rather than go left, right, up and down. So we'll follow the road here, and then we're going to do some more off-roading now. So instead of just following the road again, I'm literally just going to straight gun it now. Although I did kind of just get lucky there with that bridge and missing the tree as well. Sometimes luck's on your side, sometimes the rewind button is on your side as well. So always remember the cheeky rewind button. Otherwise, like I said, it is pretty much just a straight shot from here. By the way, if you're wondering why there's no noise at some of these points, it's because I forgot to turn the radio off. And, oh, mate, are they waiting to take all the money off people doing Forza Horizon guides with the music? Whoa! Okay, maybe slow down for that bit, though.
Now, where's Pumphrey at?
So this next one is generally not too bad. So what you're going to do is make 3 delivery drop-offs for some donut clothes. Imagine ordering donuts and they drop off clothes instead. You'd be flapping fuming. Now, there's no shortcuts or anything to take on this. You're literally just going to go as quick as you can. Obviously, it's quite tight around the streets of Donut Holeville, if that is such a name. But obviously, you know, just it's literally just a case of being aware. As soon as you see the brake button, just make sure that you're braking. Go straight up to the donut van, and it'll automatically crack on. So another 2 deliveries after this. And yeah, you should be easy enough there to get 3 stars. You'll only get to the 3 stars on the last delivery drop off, by the way. So, that was some good glazing donut delivery right there. The glazing of the clothes. Blech. Anyway. So, yep, that should be good. You should have had at least, you know, you see me with the last one there with 6 seconds to spare. So, hopefully you would have got that one done lovely as well. So, time after time, this is effectively just another race. And again, it's an easy one. This time we are going to take a little couple of shortcuts in order to get somewhere. Because sometimes you'll have to do the checkpoint races. Other times you don't have to. So for now, like I said, we'll just continue effectively straight on. I did try making the corner. That went well, didn't it? So again, I literally just banged it straight through instead of going the normal roadway. Now we're back on the road. There we go.
It's getting pretty dark out, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah, I guess it is.
I think maybe for safety, you know, you might want to turn on your...
Oh no, here it comes.
Now, annoyingly, people just trying to drive home get in my way right here. Arrgh! Get out my way! Arrgh! Anyway, little things like that, you know, it's all good. So, we're just going to go straight across again. Effectively missing a little bit of road. I don't know if that was pretty pointless. I wouldn't really call that a shortcut, but it's done anyway. So again, just continue following on the road for the time being. Now this is where we're going to get the biggest chunk of the shortcut right here then. What we're going to do, instead of following the road around, we're effectively just going to gun it now straight for the target finish line. So it's going to be a bit bumpy and a bit hilly, but make it! Yeah! Oh, it's pretty kick-ass, but yeah. Nice and easy. To the finish. There we go. Simples, man. Simples.
But I'll have to wait until first light to see.
Which means our big broken baby is spending the night in the woods. Welcome to HiLow, baby!
Should have brought the Tacoma. There aren't Mexican bears in these woods, are there?
You have arrived at your destination.
So, in the last round that I told you about then, this is going to be one of those checkpoint races, so no shortcuts for this one, so, yeah, there's literally not a lot to tell you in here. Again, no noise because I accidentally left the music on, and every lawyer is ready for that copyright. So, yep, just take your time and obviously still try and hit it within the 3 stars target time. Any time that you obviously end up crashing or you think you could have gone a bit quicker, just rewind it, trust me. Rewinding the same bit over and over again to get you a better time is better than having to restart it all over again. Now, obviously, that wasn't the smoothest run from me, but I still managed to make it with 2 seconds to spare, so you're probably a better driver than me, let's be honest. Not that I haven't been through enough cars in my life. But yeah, so 1.2 seconds I made it to spare there. But that is another 3 stars done. See, getting through it, no problem bother no bab.
Hey, Zach, is the car fixed yet? Just you wait and see.
Hey. You have arrived at your destination.
So this one looks like it could be a bit tricky because we are racing a flatbed, but it's actually very easy. Again, this is just one that we're going to be following the road. I tried doing shortcuts and everything, but it just didn't seem to go well. So, yep, following the road ahead. And obviously, with it being a lorry, and of course it's a checkpoint race anyway, you know, just you can brake just a little bit later. You're not going to go spinning off like you would in other cars, so enjoy the road. Right, okay, so we're coming up to the final one. Now, this one, you will not be able to do with just the car. We are going to have to upgrade this by quite a bit. So, yeah. Oh, also, by the way, I hate the way that they say Nissan in this. It is not a Nissan. It is not a Nissan, it's a Nissan. And who says it? James, I think, says it. Well, I'm sorry, James, but no, Zach, sorry, yeah. Nissan Z. Nissan. It's a Nissan. Anyway, so screw you, Zach. Okay, right, so we're going to have to do quite the upgradings. So, yeah, follow along. Hopefully, it's going to take a couple of minutes, though, so let's do it. So, first of all, go to the bottom right to go to conversion. And then we're going to go to engine swap. And then what we're going to do is find the one where it says 6.2 litre VB, which should cost 20,000 credits. Pop that one on. And then next up, what we're going to do then is go down to body kit, and there should only be one to use. That's the Rocket Bunny wide body kit. So for 10,000 credits, so pop that one on as well. Go to aspiration next. And then we are going to go to the centrifugal supercharger, which should cost 1,500 cur. So those are done. So that's the conversion part done. Now we're going to go to aero and appearance, rear wing, and then what we're going to do is the big computer labs one. So the bottom row, middle one, or big country labs, computer labs, big country labs. Sorry, race rear wing. That should cost about 5,000 creds. So with that one done, we can now head to tyres and rims. So tyre compound. And we're just going to go down third row to get some slicky slicks on it. We're not going semi-slick, we're going full-on slick. So the slick race tyre compound, that should again cost around 10,000 creds. And then we're also going to get some new rims as well. So down to rim style. And then we're going to get the sport rim style. Or go on to sport rim style. We're going to head down. And effectively, I say effectively, the one we're going for is the Work Emotion T5R 2-piece. So the T5R 2-piece, that's the rim that we're after there. Now, next up, we're going to go to platform and handling. And then we're going to go to brakes. And we're going to go to street brakes. So make sure to put them on street brakes. That should be 650 credits. Next to spring and dampers. And then we are just going to go to race spring and dampers on the right. Which should cost 2,050. So race spring and dampers. Now we're done with that one. We can now go to the drive train. And we're going to go to transmission. And we're just going to go to sport transmission. So one over on the right, sport transmissions, 1,600 credits, all done. And then we're going to go to the differential, because we need a specific diff, and the one that we're doing is the race diff. So race diff for 2,250. And then that should be that for that part. And then we're going to go to engine. We're going to go to intake. Exhaust. Exhaust first, sorry, not intake. Make sure to put it to race exhaust for 2,050 credits. And then next we are now going to go to intake. And then we're going to go to the one on the right, which kind of looks like a weird snake thing, the sport intake. Trust me, all this is needed in order to get the gold for 3-star time. Trust me on this one. Yeah. So now I believe that is everything. So if you press the X button here, we're going to go into tuning. So for the tyre pressure, we're going to put the front and the rear just up 1. So front up to 34. And the rear up to 33. Again, you may think that I'm just taking the mick a little bit, or, you know, it's a bit of overkill, but no, you'll see why. If you were just to use the car on its own, you would get nowhere near the time needed.
This is it. We are here. The final showdown of this very special, very exciting Horizon/Donut edition of HiLow. We got free internet. We start 50 One mission parts, one for the first time ever. One got mission 2. I'll be in low car. I'll be in high car. And I'll be in mid car. Let's get started. Hi.
So there we go then. With that tune set up, you should make it very easily. Like I said, I got there with about 3.5 seconds still remaining, so that should be good to go. There we go. You get the high 5 achievement for completing all the chapters of the Donut Media High story, and now we're going to find Donut Media Low story. So it's welcome to LowTeam. Lower those eyebrows, Millhouse, and the other one. So again, it's well, we're just cracking on with it again. We are just racing to the destination. I did stay here for about 4 or 5 seconds. That wasn't on purpose. I didn't realise it actually started. So again, with this one, you're just racing to the destination. No checkpoints or anything necessary. But what we are going to do is, we are effectively now going to take a shortcut. We're going to take a little right about now. So we are pretty much now straight heading for the destination itself. Now you probably think, wouldn't it be easier to go around the road? Well, the road, as you can see on the minimap there, takes a long, wide right. So we're just not going to bother with that. We're just going to plow straight through the fields. Sorry, farmer dudes. Obviously, there's going to be a few trees here. So if you can do your best to avoid them, that would be great. Body of water there. So again, be careful. Obviously, remember that your rewind is your bestest buddy friend. But that's all we're doing literally for now, is just continuing on straight, trying to avoid the trees. So the good thing is you can go slow to sort of avoid the trees and everything. You still should have plenty of time. And here we are then at the destination with just over 30 seconds to spare. So that one is nice and easy, considering you're going nice and straight. A little bit of a side drift for you guys as well there. So, yeah, that's how good we are.
Where are Nolan and Justin anyway?
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Next to Horizon is every car at the festival. Great. Every car. That's all. That's what I told. Don't get me wrong. These are exciting stuff to do.
Right, so this is another easy one. It's just a race again, so you're just going through the checkpoints. So again, there's going to be no shortcuts in this one, but for some reason, the only trouble I had with this one was I wasn't braking early enough, so I kept crashing all the time. So obviously it is just a case of doing what you do and follow the road ahead, win the hell out of it, and you should make it with around 4 or 5 seconds to spare to get the 3 stars.
Hey, Kyle. There's no stopping us now. I'm getting the next Horizon adventure prepped and ready for you.
Back in Lucy. Let's go!
First, things over too low. Now, Jeremiah said episode, all we got to do is get a little far after me. Why are you saying that? It's like a couple miles. Sure, a couple miles. We'll do that. No problem.
Right, this is just another race to the destination. So we are going to be taking a few shortcuts in this one. For now, though, what we're going to do for the time being is just go ahead and follow the road ahead. If you can, instead of taking... So effectively, instead of going right, taking the road, you can take little shortcuts as well, just to shave off a second or two. For instance, the next right, which we're going to come up to.
I'll have you know that on track day, we both broke down.
So, yeah, take a little shortcut to, chuck a second or two off there. And then what we're going to do then from here, instead of following the road to the right now, we're just going to go straight ahead again. There's a nice clear path for us to take. So straight through, into the water, splashy splash. Now, with my Mr. Bean plastic car, that would have been an absolute write-off. But of course, this is not real life, so there we go. So, driving across the bridge, lovely. And, yeah, since we're into the streets now, it is just a case of careful driving and bang it to the end. So, we are actually going to start breaking down, so obviously the car's going to get slower, but providing you did take that shortcut and everything, you should still make it with near but an issue, but a bother, but an issue at all.
It's speed gas.
Totally smoked, Justin. I think it's cooking under there. Yeah, just head for the motorway.
So we almost made it to the finish, which, for HiLow, is actually pretty good. Great job, everyone.
You know, I have a truck with a rooftop tent that would have been perfect for this. I called Jeremiah. He's coming to meet us.
You have arrived at your destination.
While they try to figure out what's wrong with Lucy, you and I are going sideways with style, lower to hit, lower to bumper on a Formula Drift 96 Nissan 240 SS. Let's go.
So this is actually a fun one. This is just a drift zone target to beat. Now, for whatever particular reason, I decided to try and get all 150. I thought it was getting 150,000 worth of skill points with the drift, just with the drift skill. But as it turns out, no. We've actually got to drive to the drift zone, then do the then get to 150,000 drift points. But it's always good doing a nice little bit of practice if you're ever having trouble with drifting. Now's a good time to practice before we get there. So, yep, you just have to follow the road, practice some drifting, and drift the grift.
With about 800 foot-pounds of torque. Pretty sweet.
So, we're coming up to the drift zone now. So if you get to the end before you hit 150,000 points, you should still have plenty of time remaining, so you can just turn around and get a little bit more if you want to as well. So, yeah, it's just a case of, you know, try and drift for as long as you possibly can. You need, obviously, big bursts of points rather than small bursts of points, so just feather the right trigger button. If you press the right trigger button too much, you'll end up spinning off and losing it. So, you know, make gentle movements with the steering and, you know, just feather. So lightly put your finger on the right trigger just so you're not overdoing it. But again, hopefully you should have had a nice, good enough bit of practice. And you should make it. I made it just about there, 157,000. But I made it with just enough time to spare. That was a good one. I really enjoy the drifting stuff.
I don't care how we do it. We're making...
Now, these last two missions are going to seem extremely familiar to you. So yes, it is just another race on a flatbed. Only this time it's, again, our car. That's hilariously broken. But again, it's just the same thing as last time then. So you're literally just racing to the destination, following the road ahead.
You can beat him back to the festival on a flatbed, right? by the way, early word on Losey is that we blew a radiator hose.
Radiator hose. We fixed one of those in a gas station at midnight. That wasn't a high car, though.
I fixed one of those on the side of the road with a butter knife before.
Us Americans love keeping butter knives in our glove box. Whoa! Horizon creates a lot more wreckage than Donut. Now hard to the finish. You, me, Losey have a date with the track.
Now, for the last one then, unfortunately, it's another pain in the ass. It's exactly the same one as we done for the Donut Hiteam. Does more expensive mean more better? As it turns out, yes, because we only rented this car, our tune from earlier didn't actually save, so yes, we do have to do this all again, which is just great. We love doing it all over again, don't we, kids? Yes. Don't we? Anyway, so after the crappy chat has stopped, yes, once again, we are going to have to press the X button to upgrade and do it all again. Now, I will be going a little bit quicker this time, so hopefully you can still keep up with not but a bother. So again, into conversion, and we're going to go to engine swap, and we're going to go to 6.2 litre VB. And then, yeah, all right, Justin, thanks. You've already told me this once. So, straight into conversion, back down to body kit, get the Rocket Bunny wide body kit for 10k. Yeah, great. Shut up! Damn it! And then we will go into aspiration next. And then we're going to go to centrifugal supercharger for 1,500. And then that should be good. So we can get out of the conversion. And we're going to go to aero and appearance. And smash the rear wing on. So the big country labs. So big country labs. And then tires and rims. So for the tire compound, remember we're going for slick race tire compound for 10k. Not semi-slick, but regular slick. Old slicky country dogs. And down to rim. So rim style. We all like a good rim, don't we? So sport rim style. And then we're going to go to work emotion T5R 2-piece. Or TSR. Was it T5R? I'm going blind. Anyway, it's that one. So T5R TSR 2-piece, whichever one it is. Right, next we're going to go platform and handling again. And we are going to go brakes. We are going to go to street brakes. Or sport brakes. No, we'll go street. So go street brakes. There we go. So street brakes it is. Then spring and dampers. Then go to race spring and dampers for 2,050 creds. And then we're going to go to drivetrain. And we will go to transmission. And we're going to go to sport transmission for 1,600. I really do love the music in this game. So differential. And we're going to go to race diff for 2,250. There we go. And then that bit's done. And then we're going to go to engine. And we are going to go to exhaust. And the only other one is the race exhaust, so pop that on. Race exhaust on, then up to intake. Go to the snaky boy, which is the sport intake. So that one is done. And then that's the engine done. Right, yeah, that's everything done. So we press the X button now to go into tune. Again, for the front and rear, we're just going to be putting it up by 1 each. So 34 for the front and about 33-ish for the rear. Going to gearing for the final drive. Remember, we put it down to about 3.25. Roughly something like that. 325, 326, doesn't matter. For the alignment, go down to angle again. Remember, on the front caster at the bottom there, put that all the way up to 7. And then for the springs, we're going to put the front up to 7.5 and 9.5 for the rear. Go to damping. Bump stiffness, we're going to put that down to 4.9. And the rear, we're going to put it down to about 4.9 as well. You know, anyway, it doesn't have to be dead on target, but, you know, roughly about is as good as golden nuggets. It's 4.9 each. And then the rear, we are putting down to 7.9. And the front, we're going to put down to 9.3. Oh, sorry, 8.3 for the rear, 9.3 for the front. So, aero, the downforce, the front up to about 89 or 90, and then the rear about 145. And then for the diff at the end, put the acceleration up to 100% and the deceleration down to 5%. And then we are finally done once again. That, of course, is a pain in the ass to have to do that twice. But once we're done, again, you can race the same race that you've done earlier. It's exactly the same one. So as long as you win and hit the target within 1 minute and 25 seconds, you will get another couple of achievements added to your beautiful life. Also, just listening to James at the beginning of this race saying more smarter. Yeah, I hate James now as well. So yeah, that really got on my tits the first couple of races.
In betweener, more gooder, and smarter. Okay, that wasn't great, but it's a new format, so we can work on it.
Let's go! Show them what mid-car can do!
High Z all day, baby. Woo! Whether it wins or not, low Z rules.
You guys, it's been great working with you, but I'm running away to join Horizon.
Be safe, have fun. I love you, but you're still gonna lose. More friends definitely means more better.
Cause I'm paid. Hard is the most important part.
A detour! Take it off-road! Coming up on the finish line, let it eat!
You did! I can't believe you did, dude. I'm so proud of you. Change everything. You're gonna delay, we get some t-shirts, a hat. Do you know what I'm talking about? How about that idea? How about you for a while? Okay, James, can please? I can't say that face. All right, I need for a while.
Also, have you kind of noticed how if you've got the same voice actor guy that I've got, he's a bit of a kissy, licky, bum guy in this, isn't he? And his voice just doesn't suit my character at all. I'm more beautifully seductive. I'm joking. Anyway, so that should now get you the low 5 and Give It the Beans achievement for completing, earning 3 stars in all the chapters of HiLow, High and Low stories, and completing the chapters of the Donut Media Low story. So with that one done, now the icons of speed, which I've just realised I didn't... Oh no, in fact I did show you on the map. It's right in the very top corner. It took me a while to find this one, but it's in the top corner next to the event lab and the eliminator. So if you want to have a look from where it is from the main Horizon Festival, literally it's in the top right hand corner here. So the icons of speed. Now, again, there's only one that may give you a couple of problems in this one. You may have to restart a few times, and that is the second one. So for now, we can just go ahead and do the first one. Lessons from the past. Great, I love history. Especially when we learn about King Di and his King Cocker Spaniel taking the Ferrari 275S Fontana Basciata out for a nice drive on a Sunday stroll. Ew! Right, so this one is, again, it's just an easy race to the destination. A lot faster than we've been used to. So, again, cheekily follow the road. Now, obviously, because it's faster, just make sure that you brake in a little bit earlier. Has to be done, otherwise that's tree crash. There we go then, mate. Bang tidy. So that's the first one done. Should have plenty of time left to do that. And then we get the back to school achievement for completing the first chapter. Now, the final two achievements in this DLC update are basically for completing all the chapters and earning 3 stars in all these chapters. Now, this is the one where people have had a few issues with. Now, personally, and as you'll be able to see, I managed to do this first time with literally less than a tenth of a second left. Now, few things here. So effectively, it's we only get 45 seconds. It's a slow car. So what we need to do is try and go as straight as possible. Don't waste your time drifting or anything. Try and avoid these obstacles. Now, it's kind of hard to do because the car does squirrel around quite a bit. But as you can see, there's the boats that you've got to avoid. So just try going in a straight line as much as you can. I did hit a couple of things there, as you can see, like the bush and the tennis court and everything. Or the tennis net. There's also a body of water there on the right-hand side. So that's why I'm sort of staying to the left. A little bit to the left. Because there was a little body of water. You should just about make 140. And then again, try and keep it as straight as you can. So even if you've just got to go out a little bit wide, that should be fine. And as you can see then, I managed to get that in, what was it? 44.946. So literally half a second. Half a second I managed to do that. So it can definitely be done first time, but it really depends on, again, if you hit that bit of body of water and it slows you down, you'll have to restart. You can hit those little couple of things, but again, remember, they do slow you down.
Turn around.
And remember to just try as straight as you can. Again, I know the car does like to kind of squirrel off. It did try going to the left for me. Just squirreling off on its own. But, yeah, so hopefully you'll be able to get that one done. There's no other things to do in terms of upgrades and anything. You've just got to, I'm sorry to say, but you just got to get good. And I know you're better than me, so it's a win-win. Right, so this is actually kind of a fun one here. This is set in 2 parts, so we're not on the gold star menu just yet. Well, not on the gold star bit yet. Obviously, you still need to get there within the allotted time. So just do a nice bit of muddy off-roading for the time being.
Be tighter.
Hot rodding was always about 2 things: breaking speed records and careful adherence to the rules. In the 1920s, they needed cars that could outrun anything else on the roads. In the 40s and 50s, they had to race on dry lake beds in secret because gasoline was rationed.
Huh. I didn't know that. Cool.
It's not cool, it's serious research. We have to learn so we can win. Are you writing this down?
Kinda busy.
In 400 meters, you will arrive at your destination.
Why does it sound scary to me when it says go to the final destination? No thanks, I've seen the films. I don't want to die through taxi death. Or London cab taxi death. Whatever this reminds you of. So this is where the 3-star comes into it now. Now, of course, as you probably would be able to tell, on the mud, it's a little bit slippy. It can be quite fast and slippy as well. So again, just take your time and sort of be careful with it. Otherwise, we are just going to be following the road. Now, the only shortcuts that we are going to take are just going to be little ones like this, just so it saves literally a second or two. It's always worth doing, just so you don't incredibly drift out wide and smash your way through. Another one's going to be coming up here on the left, so rather than just take a left, we're just going to blast through. It's not the final destination here, so we're just going to blast through straight here. Again, saves us a couple of seconds where we don't have to brake, although we do have to brake incredibly now. Again, another cheeky shortcut coming up. So we're just going to brake early and then hit it to the right. Just so we can sort of make a beeline and go as straight as we can. And then for the final destination, we are going to do some shortcutting here. So you probably didn't need to do that, but for this one, we will just nip straight through the trees. Again, that probably saves a couple of seconds or so. And there we go. Nice and easy. Very slippy, but all done. The hot rod time machine. I've got a hot rod for you. It's in my car in the garage being fixed for a week. Damn it.
Everything is ready for our next racing.
You have arrived at your destination.
So come with me if you want to race. Oh, sorry, if I am sounding like Toto Wolff, I gotta bang the table, haven't I? Ah! Because, man, that Austrian dude angry. Right, so for this one, it's easy enough. No shortcuts, and it's effectively quite a few long straights with a couple of squirrely little turns, so just be careful. Otherwise, you gun it till the finish, pretty much. No, Michael, no. This is so not right. And only those in the know will know what that is of. 2021, Abu Dhabi. Oh, that'll live long in the heart of many a Lewis Hamilton fan. Ugh, a heart. A dagger through my heart. Anyway, let's get off that now before I piss some people off. And again, you should make that there within the 3-star allotted time. So that should be another easy one done.
You have arrived at your destination.
Now again, this is a bit of a weird one. All we're doing is literally just driving on the road. We're going straight for the finish line. But it does say to maintain your speed for 3 seconds. Now, really, well, I think it was 240, I think it was, or something? At least 200 for 3 seconds. Now, because there's just a few, right and left turns and everything, you think you may not get it, but you do get it at the very end, because as you'll be able to see, you'll have just about enough time at the end to give yourself a little bit of straight, although I crossed the finish line, and I was still maintaining the speed, so I don't know if that was a bug or not, but that just worked anyway, so hopefully it'll be the same for you. You just gun it to the finish line, and yeah, hopefully that should work wonders. So yeah, I'm not sure. I think it will still count as long as you get to over 200 before you hit the finish line. So as long as you get to 200 before you hit the finish line, I think it'll just carry on until it'll just count down the 3 seconds anyway. So, yeah, that should be, yeah, well, should be good then, huh?
Okay, trick school. Great. Actually, I thought you just knew the Midnight Club era. Try Japanese Legends, have some fun. Oh, yeah, that's right.
Alright, so this is just another street race then, where we're just going through the checkpoints. We're racing till the end, we're racing to win, so nothing else to say in this one apart from race, my friend.
He has to for us. Training is huge in Japanese team. He has everything to the Midnight Club, top speed, 160 miles plus. Of course, you're really more than.
Ali, nothing with you.
Okay, good points.
And then we go again. So just like the first one then, obviously it's going to be tight again, so you just need to be quite... This is where the 3 stars comes into it, by the way. Now, you may think that you might not get the 3 stars, but it's actually easy enough. Obviously, just brake, obviously brake as early as you can, and try not to hit anything too much, otherwise rewind.
This is it. I've set up a... You will arrive at your destination.
Now, this is a fun one. So, this is the Hennessy Venom F5. And what we need to do then is basically, we need to go down a long stretch of motorway, the same that we were doing earlier, but we need to get 15 near misses. Now, I thought you have to try and go as fast as you can getting the near misses, but that's actually not the case. So what you can do is just slow down. To get the near misses to count, you have to be, as close as you can to the car. So even though you may get the skill, which says, ultimate near miss or near miss, if you're too far away from the car, it won't actually count. So, yep, just go on each side of the traffic. Obviously, just blasting through. Again, you can take your time with it. You still get plenty of time before you cross the finish line. So take your time, and then as soon as you get 15, then you can pretty much just blast it. It does say, or it did say, try and get a 300, but that's not actually a prerequisite. You don't have to worry. Just as long as you get the 15 near misses, you can then gun it all the way and enjoy the speed, because this is pant-crappingly good. So here we are then, on to the final one. Now, this is a fun car to drive, but it can be, kind of difficult to control. The steering in it and the braking can be a little bit, you need to get used to it a little bit first of all. So, if you go too fast, you're going to find it hard to brake very much in time. As you can see, it gets very squirrely, very drifty, and... oh, doesn't it understeer like a little king? The understeer king of sorts. So, rather than just blast it, go straight through, just take your time in these first few corners, and then anytime you're on the straight, you can then blast it. Otherwise, as you can see, the turning circle is not brilliant. But otherwise, it is just a race to the finish. And ta-da! There it is. You will get a new era. You will get a true icon. And there it is. So that is the Dia De Muertos DLC update done for Forza Horizon 5. Nice and easy. So thank you so much for watching, guys and gals. I hope you enjoyed the guide. I do hope some of it helped anyway. Big shout out to all my Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Thank you so much for that. And I will see you in the next one, guys and gals. Big love!